Hello students, are we ready for the next problem? All right, so let's read it. Question says, which of the following makes the inequality 0.15 less than x less than 25% true? So let's see what the question is asking me to do. Well, I want to find something that is true. There is an inequality given to me, and the only concern that I have at this point is, do we know how to read the symbols, right? So the symbol that I'm giving you right now, it's less than, right? So I don't know if you want me to do a little bit review on that, but if this is the symbol that I have, I'm gonna write it down on the lower left side. I'm comparing two numbers, right? Which is 0.15, and I'm comparing that to the x in this case, right? So what I'm doing is I'm taking the first part of the inequality to compare it. Okay, so I tell my students, think about this as cookies. This is one cookie. This is how many cookies? Two, right? So let me go ahead and get two over here. So who got one cookie only? That's 0.15, right? That's why we read this as less than, because the first number got only one cookie. So what I want you to do is we're going to rewrite it. This is what it makes some people a little bit complicated, but I really want you guys to consider this. So I'm going to rewrite this one, and I need to write down the symbol. When I write the symbol, make sure that you stick to the symbol the way it is. Notice how X had gotten two cookies earlier, right? So I'm going to have the two cookies right there. And the 0.15 only got one. So go ahead and connect them. So it looks like I'm switching the symbols, right? But I'm not really switching the symbols. I'm just rewriting them, okay? So be careful with that, because now it doesn't read less than. It reads x is greater than, right? But because the first problem says that 0.15 was less than x, then x has to be greater than, right? So that's the one thing that you might want to consider for later, right? So the next thing that I want to do is I want to change all my numbers to decimals. So I'm going to start with the first one in my problem, right? Which is 0.15. That changes and actually stays, right? Because it's exactly the same. Very good. What about the next one? I got 25%. Well, 25% is the same as 0.25. Very good. Now I'm going to move on to the next numbers, right? So my next numbers are in answer choices A, B, C, and D. So A has 1 over 10, which is the same as 0.1 or 0.10, right? The same. 0.12, it's already a decimal, so I'm just going to rewrite it. The next one is 2.2, a decimal, or in this case, a mixed number. Put a 0 next to the 2, right? And the last one is square root of 0.04, which is the same as 0.2 or 0.20. Okay, so now I'm going to place a number line. Okay, I'm still thinking about the way that we're going to come back to the inequality, but let's do the number line, which might be more friendly for us to do at this point. Okay, we're going to start placing the numbers on the number line, but first we're going to write down the ones that were given to us in the problem. So 0.15 is like decimals, right? So if this is 0, then 0.15, I want to say somewhere over here. And the number equivalent to that is still 0.15, right? Okay, we're going to put a different. And what's the next number that was given to me? 25%, right? Which is 0.25. So I'm going to place it somewhere over here on the right side, of course, right? And that is equals to 25%. So those are the two numbers that were given to me, right? So the next thing is I'm going to place the rest of the numbers. And the rest of the numbers are 0.10, which will be to the right or to the left of 0.15. I hope you say to the left, right? Because it's like 10 cents. This is 0.10. And the equivalent for that is 1/10. So I'm done with that one. Then 0.12 is like 12 cents. So that's less than 15 cents. So it's going to go right over here. So I'm going to squeeze it somewhere in there. And that is the same thing as 0.12. If you notice, it's still to the left of my 0.15, right? Next number is 2.20. It's like $2.20. So I know what you're thinking. Miss, it's not going to fit. So we're going to put kind of like dots over here. And we're going to assume that it was way, way over here. And that number was 2.2. I know it's further than that, but just to have an idea that it's actually to the right of 25%. Okay? And the last number that I have is the square root of 0.04, which is 0.20. Think about that as money, 20 cents. Well, 20 cents needs to be somewhere between those two. Because to the left is 15 cents, to the right is 25 cents. So 20 cents seems right in the middle. This is my square root of 0.04. Okay, so the only number that is in between them is that one, 0.04, right? Okay, or the square root of 0.04, which is my answer choice D. Very good. So even if you were confused about what the question was asking you, you could have easily identified using the number line that you were looking for the number in the middle. But I want to make it a little bit more nice for you guys to understand. Okay? So this is what the question says. I'm going to rewrite it over here. So this is basically what it means. You are looking for a certain number, right? You're looking for a certain number that it's in between 0.15 and 25%. So this number needs to be, let's see if you remember, this number needs to be what? Greater, right? Because he got 2 cookies, greater than 0.15, but less than 25% because he got only 1 cookie. Okay, so you're looking for a number that is between those two. Okay,